Right, the next topic is the Oatlands tragedy. This turns to the event that stopped the nation, or the tragedy that actually stopped the nation, the horrific death of 4 children in Oatlands in northwestern Sydney. This happened on Saturday evening. It was the 1st of February, just recently, and a vehicle being controlled by 29-year-old Samuel Davidson left the road, ploughed into a group of, I think it was 7 children riding bicycles. 4 were killed, 3 from the same family, Anthony, 13, Angelina, 12, Sienna, 8, and their cousin Veronique, 11. Testing showed that Davidson was intoxicated at the time, 3 times over the legal blood alcohol limit. He's been charged with 20 offences, including manslaughter, and remains in jail. Now, I mean, I don't need to say what a horrific incident this is, and as I said, it stopped the nation. I think it did. It went everywhere, and everyone grieved, and the Prime Minister's commented on it at length. I just want to single out something about this, something really, really valuable, and it is the Christian testimony of the families involved and the Lebanese community. Major news networks broadcast images of hundreds and hundreds of people, I couldn't say thousands, turning out to pray at the site of the crash. And faith in God has been at the heart of the family's public comments and their actions. And in particular, I was moved by what Layla Abdallah said, the mother of 3 of the children. And she said this to the media. I mean, this is literally within 48 hours of the event. And she says the guy...
He was drunk, driving on the streets. Right now, I can't hate him. And I don't want to see him. I don't hate him. I think in my heart I forgive him. I am sad. I am heartbroken. But I'm at peace because I know my kids are in a better place.
And with something like that, I mean, you barely know where to begin. Except I want to say this, and look, I'm grateful to her for giving me the material to say this because it's such a powerful testimony. This kind of forgiveness and peace can only come from one place. It can only come from God. There can be no peace if you don't know that this situation will work out for good one day. There can be no forgiveness if you don't know that God forgives that person just as He's forgiven you. There can be none of these things if they're not based in reality. The reality that you can have peace because good will come. The reality that you can forgive because forgiveness is real and it's come into this world and forgiveness is actually a thing. There can't be any of those things in the true sense if you don't know absolutely that there is a higher authority in control of all these circumstances. And as hard as it is, perhaps as impossible as it is to see now, He does love you. He does love us, God does, and will ultimately work all things out in accordance with that love. The peace of knowing that is a remarkable thing. And in this world, if it's all we have, then there can be no peace because we just don't know. There is no certainty. There's only kidding yourself that all is well. You don't know that all is well. You absolutely cannot believe that. If this world is all we have, then forgiveness makes no sense at all because people deserve punishment and there's no way out of that. Wrongs should be righted, not forgiven. Except that the Christian knows this. The Christian knows that I am forgiven and I have been forgiven for wrongs that cannot be undone. And I have been forgiven for wrongs that are of huge and even eternal significance because Christ died for them, and that was immeasurably costly. And He suffered the wrongs that I deserved. And so, of course, if I'm forgiven in that way, then I can forgive. And that's why Paul says in Colossians 3:13, just as the Lord forgave you, so also should you forgive. There is no other source of forgiveness. That's why, it will be lost from a post-Christian society, just as it really wasn't there in a pre-Christian society. The words of Greta Thunberg usher in the post-Christian society, "We will never forgive you." Famous words now. Or indeed the attitude that we see playing out against people like Margaret Court Israel Folau and so many others, there will be no forgiveness for people who have transgressed what others deem to be morally important. But forgiveness is real. Therefore, we can forgive. And long may we remain of forgiving people. And all I can say then is continue to pray for the families involved in the tragedy. Pray for their continuing testimony, and pray also that they would know the peace of God, which can only come from outside of this world, and it has to be supernaturally revealed. So pray for them and give thanks for their remarkable testimony under tremendously challenging circumstances. Hey guys, make sure you click like to like the video, or hit the subscribe button down here and click on the bell so you don't miss any notifications. And to watch more videos, just click here. Cheers. Go on, click one. You know you want to.